I am tired. I am tired of feeling as though fear is holding me back. I am tired of feeling inadequate. And I am tired of questioning myself every time I step into something bigger. Because if I'm being real, my own thoughts have been my biggest enemy. And it's not the world, it's not the opportunities, it's been me. There's a voice that is constantly going on in my head, and it's saying things like, "You're not ready. You don't deserve this. And who do you think you are to want more?" That voice has canceled me way before I even gave myself a chance. And that, my friend, that's being afraid. And I've realized one thing, that there is a distinction between being afraid and having fear. Being afraid is from the enemy, okay? It's those negative thoughts filled with doubt, shame, and insecurity. And all of those thoughts are sent to paralyze you. It makes you constantly question your worth. It convinces you to shrink, and it keeps you from stepping into who God called you to be. But fear, listen when I say this, fear is from God. Fear is the presence of something greater. It is standing on the edge of purpose, feeling the weight of responsibility, and knowing that deep down inside of you, this moment is bigger than you. And that type of fear is not a stop sign, okay? That type of fear is actually a signal that you are standing on holy ground. And every single time I have felt this type of fear, it's when I tried to level up in my art career, okay? In my art business, every single time I wanted to put my work out there, I felt like I wasn't good enough. Every single time I wanted to charge more for my artwork, I questioned if it was worth it, if people would buy it. And every single time I even dreamed of seeing my artwork in galleries and museums, I said to myself, you know what? That's for other artists. That's not for me. Who am I to want more for myself? Every single time I tried to step into something greater, why did I feel this type of fear? But I had to realize that that type of fear, it wasn't telling me to stop, but it was God telling me, that's it. Step forward. Because fear from God doesn't paralyze you, okay? It's meant to push you. And fear from God doesn't make you shrink. It stretches you. And fear from God is not doubt. It is confirmation. But being afraid, though, it cancels you out before you even start. But fear, it calls you higher. So those things that you want, the desires of your heart, are there for a reason. And it's not rejection. It's an invitation to say you are more than worthy of the things that you have been praying for. In Proverbs 9:10, it tells us that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Godly fear isn't about being scared. It's about reverence. It's about standing in awe of what He's doing in your life and knowing that the path ahead of you is bigger than you. And it's not about you. It's about the people that you're going to be connected to. It's about the opportunity to do something that nobody in your family has done before. And let me tell you, Moses felt that same type of fear before leading the Israelites. Esther felt that same type of fear before stepping before the king. And even Jesus, before the cross, felt that weight of his calling. Okay? But they weren't afraid. That they had, it was holy fear. And holy fear didn't stop them. It strengthened them. It built endurance. It preserved their character. And it gave them hope for something so much more. So what I want you to do and realize is when fear shows up, know that's where God resides. It isn't a barrier. It's a doorway. And it's a doorway to everything he's called you to. So when fear shows up, do not shrink. You need to move in that direction. Okay? I need you to recognize fear as an invitation. Okay? In the moment you feel it creeping in, pause and ask yourself, is this fear calling me to step forward or to run away? Is this fear from God pushing me or from the enemy paralyzing me? And if it's making you feel inadequate, ashamed, or unworthy, that's being afraid, and that's not from God. But if it's strengthening you and stretching you, and it's making you feel uncomfortable, that is when you know it is bigger than you. And that's the fear of the Lord. That's your sign to go. Go towards those things. And do not be afraid, okay? Because the Lord says that I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God, and I will strengthen you, and I will help you. So, what do we do with this information? We walk towards everything that scares us. Because if fear is a sign that God is present, why would you run from him then? You've been praying for God to show up in your life, but the moment that he shows up, we're like, oh no, God, that's not you. I need to run away in the other direction. I'm going to choose to be disobedient. But whatever you feel fear in, that's your next assignment. That is what you need to be doing. So if you feel fear about sharing your art, you need to post it. And if you feel fear about raising your prices and charging more, you need to raise the price. And if you feel fear about applying for an opportunity, guess what? You need to submit that application. Okay? And what is going to happen is you may get denied. You may not sell that piece right away. And you may not get the likes that you're expecting. But guess what? Guess who is actually watching you? OG, triple OG, okay? He's the one you're going to have to answer to, not of this world. And I believe that the more that you start to pursue those things is the more that God says you're ready, you're prepared, and he's going to bless you with the desires of your heart. But we have to stop running away because fear is the compass pointing you towards your calling. You know, we've been taught to believe fear means we weren't ready. But what if it's quite the opposite? What if it's actually proof that we are ready? Because think about it. When you're comfortable, you're in control. You're making the decisions. You're in the driver's seat. You're in the driver's seat. Okay? But when you step into something new, something bigger than you, that's when fear kicks in because you know you're no longer in control. Yeah. You know that you got to be in the passenger seat, actually probably in the back seat because you're trying to delegate where to go. You're trying to say, God, when it's going to be, God, stop here, God, go, God, stop. No, you need to be almost in the trunk when God's in control. Okay? And it's not because you feel incapable, okay, that you feel this fear. It's because you're stepping into something bigger and something greater. So be excited because the enemy wants you to mistake being afraid for having fear. So he disqualifies you, which makes you disqualify yourself before you even get started. That's another way to distinct between being afraid and having fear. Because did you even start the project? Did you even show up for yourself? Did you even do the thing that you told yourself you're going to do? Listen, I'm going to say this again. God does not give assignments to the qualified. He gives the assignments to the unqualified because without him, you couldn't do it. He wants to collaborate with you. He wants to partner up with you. Okay? So if he put it in your heart, he's already prepared you to do it. He's already set the path for you to pursue it. So do it. So do it. Okay? So, yeah. I wanted to create this message for anyone who has been paralyzed with being afraid. What you actually feel is fear, and fear is not your enemy. It is your friend. It's your best friend calling you for so much more. The things that you have been praying for is right on the other side of fear. Because we all know that the best things in life is behind fear. So doesn't that mean that the best things in life is behind God? Matter of fact, it is God. So, yeah. Whoo, let me take a deep breath. I'm sorry. That was a lot. I'm taking a deep breath on that one because I'm going to go back and watch this and say, oh my gosh, the moment I feel it creeping in, I need to remind myself that fear is not the enemy. It is my best friend calling me to higher places. So tomorrow, actually, from this moment on, before I move on, what we're going to do tomorrow. From this moment on, fear is no longer going to be the reason to stop. Matter of fact, it's going to be the reason you actually go. You're going to start running towards it. You're going to attack it head on. And you're going to make a list of everything you need to do. And you're going to start checking it off. I want this list to be long, okay? I'm looking for my journal. Oh, okay. My journal's in front of all of this stuff. But anyways, in my journal, so far, I have a whole list of things I need to get done. And I'm checking it off the list. And every single time fear shows up, I'm actually looking for it at this point. I'm like, where is the fear? Okay, where's the fear in my life? Because that right there is confirmation that I am exactly where I need to be. Because where there is fear, there is God. And where there is God, you cannot fail. Okay? The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom should I fear? No one. nobody, and no opportunity. Okay? So, tomorrow, I'm going to give you some practical advice on 3 things I wish I would have known before pursuing art full time. And let me tell you, this is information I wish somebody would have told me. As a matter of fact, people probably don't even know about this. Or they do and they're gatekeeping. But my friend, I am not going to gatekeep because we're going to have a conversation on this. And I'm going to save you the time and the energy. So I'm going to spill all the tea. Yeah. I'm going to be here tomorrow. Okay. I don't know about you, but I'm going to be here tomorrow. And matter of fact, I'm expecting you to show up front row and center. So I can't wait to read you guys' comments. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for hearing me out. Okay. Fear is not the enemy. Fear is your best friend. All right. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Okay. Bye.